August 2024. Borel Road, which cuts through over to Miracle Hot Springs, Sandy Flats, Hobo Campground. It's open. I'm on that road right now. I'm going down here to see if Hobo got hit, all of that. Then I'm going to go over to Havilah. I believe the road to Havilah is also open. It's back that way. But we're going to find out. I seen pictures on an app I use called Newsbreak. They showed pictures and it pretty much got destroyed. But we're going to find out. As far as I can get on Borel Road, that's the 178 down there. That's the little road that comes up here. Yep, nope, they got it closed right there. Now, Miracle Hot Springs is back under that mountain over there, which is burnt. So, Miracle might have gotten hit. I know Remington did not, because you can absolutely see it from the freeway. So, Remington Hot Springs didn't really get hit. Still don't know about Hobo, Sandy Flat, and all that. Let's go check out see if we can get to Havilah. I'm on the road. There's Bodfish right down there. I'm barely on the road that goes to Havilah, and it looks like there's a large piece of equipment having trouble with this bend up here, which doesn't surprise me. What does surprise me is that the road's actually maybe open. Might just be for locals. It didn't say. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to tell me, though, eventually. So I'm going to sit here and wait for a few minutes. Wish I hadn't turned around the last time I was up here, in the last video I did up here. Stood here and did this. That wasn't burned. Havilah still existed, and I turned around. One corner before Havilah. Looks like the road is open now. And we're going to take a ride up there. This is one of the main fire roads that they used to get back up in there on this side over here towards Bodfish, Lake Isabella. Let's go see what's left of Havilah. Right, well, I'm starting to come into Havilah here, and this is where this destruction has really begun, right in through here. Wasn't as bad coming down as I thought it would be, but I've hit the edge of town now, and on my right down here, fence is the first place I saw that it's completely destroyed. And then I found a place to pull over for a second. But look at this. All of these cars gone. There was a house or two down in there, it looks like. And then there's a piece of property right over there. It too is completely destroyed. This is complete devastation right here. Completely gutted that. No rim melting or anything like that. What about in here? I don't really see any metal that, like, you know, melted or anything, except for maybe this bus. That bus, look at that, gone. And then the neighbor over here got a little bit too, but boom, house saved in the middle of all of this. Boomba, house saved. It's like, wow. Some signs here. I want to put this out. BAER team needed ASAP. Rehab and the BLM drainage is needed to protect our ranch. We worked so hard to save from fire. We put in the work for years. Now, please, BLM, put in yours. We were washed away after the Canyon fire. What's that sign? Over here we have Bolt and Oasis. Bolt and Oasis Ranch is still standing 2.5 miles up this road. Need mop up and burn area rehab. BLM, please. Don't flood the Bolt Ranch again. Don't forget Bolt Ranch. Help prevent flood damage. These people are reaching out to BLM to please come in here and help. They're doing their best, and it's still standing amidst all this burning. They managed to save their ranch. Now, what they got to do is save it from flooding. Well, here I am in historic Havilah. Now, what's really odd that I find here, all this destruction, all this burning, right? Look at through the trees right here. You go down through those trees, that's a single wide mobile that made it. Just skipped it. While everything around it was destroyed, like this property across the street. There's all kinds of equipment down in there, old stuff, a couple of fire engines, a house or two. Not exactly sure what all was down there, but let's go back over here. Let's get back on track here for our old historic Havilah, which is now pretty much toast, which is a real shame. Here we go. Let's get this in here. Historic first county seat for Kern County, 1866 to 1874. Havilah Historic Society and Museum. HavilahMuseum.org. Recognized 5013C. Havilah. Well, I'm going to need a lot of help. And there's a 501c3 that needs your help, folks. Right there. Check it. Help them out. That's what it used to look like. I have video on this on my page there somewhere. I do so much posting and whatnot. It's there somewhere. Probably 1 year, 2 years ago. But gone. Gone. Down to gone. What a shame. Just an absolute shame. It sure does seem like they could have. Look at this. Here's how long this fence, wire, cable has been here. So long that the tree overtook it. And there a minute or 12, huh? Let's go. Historic landmarks, state of California, number 100. Very low historic marker. Very low. I'm going to try to get in on this enough. Maybe if you can read it, I don't want to do the whole thing, make the video too long. Maybe you can pause right there and be able to read it, I hope. Boy, sure cut that tree out, didn't it? Some places down in through here burned real hot, really hot. You can tell by the white ash. Rattlesnake country. See, it even tells you. The whole place is rattlesnake country, though, or was. Not so sure about now. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's some tree. Never really paid that any attention when I was here last time. Huh. Well, that one's just gone. I managed to save this building. I'm going to pause. I don't want to get these people on here. Hang on 1 second. Okay, here's another one. Stage robbery. You can pause right here. You'll be able to read it. They did manage to save the schoolhouse built in 1867. That's still standing. So is this other little building over here. We're going to keep looking. This is going to be kind of a long one. This was the site of the Grand Hotel right here. Used to be some structures right here. Now you can see down in the valley there were some old equipment, like historical type equipment was destroyed. Okay, let's move on up the street. Look at this. In the midst of all this destruction, we got a little place over here that was saved. It didn't burn. Well, I say didn't burn. Most of it didn't burn, I guess. Let's look around the back here. Yeah, I mean, for being in the middle of absolute destruction, they fared out pretty well. And across the street, whoop, get across the street, cars coming. There's where the blacksmith shop used to be. I think this structure was already gone, to be perfectly honest. I don't think there was a structure there. The big barn, stage stop. Well, that's tongue twister almost. Was here. You can see remnants of a fence there in the background. And for this, I gotta go get my car to do the rest. Alright, Bella Union Hotel at one time stood here. What little remnants were here are now gone. The old gates, pillars for the gates, thingies here. What do we got on top? Let's take a look. An old piece of metal. SCE lock, kind of lock. To me, it looks like they didn't bother with any kind of locks and just drove over it, but that's what they do, and that's what they need to do, so they do it. When it comes to fire, if anything's in the way, they'll move it, they'll get around it. Over here, we had livery stable. You see stuff like this, all the noise, firefighters and electric, mostly electric. Over here we had Mrs. Miller's store. There's what's left of the old foundation. Again, I don't think much of this was actually here, but the fire still came through it. Where the side of the old post office, which that sign should be like right up here. Old post office was right here. Now we're gonna move up to next corner. Okay, over here we have more complete destruction. Look at this. Must have come down through that ravine over there and crawled up and got this. And right across the street, a house still standing. Literally right across the street. And you know what's weird? I meant to say this earlier. It does not smell like fire. It smells like... It doesn't smell like fire. I'm not exactly sure what that smell is. I don't think it's retardant. I've smelled that before. Here's what's left of... I'm not even sure yet. Looks like I'm not going to be sure either. Oh, here we go. Tavern and assay office. There's what's left of the sign, and there's what's left of the building. Assay office. Work the dirt underneath that for any gold dust that might have been lost. You know, they had wood floors. Gold dust and whatnot ends up on the floor, goes through the cracks, ends up down there. Just saying. Boy, it came through here hot. Oh, that white. White means it burned hot. No more pump. What do we have over here? Let's get off the road. I can absolutely see why this one over here survived now. It's like a stucco. That's not a wood out, and that's why that one survived. It got up onto their property and right at their back door, but the house made it. Had to jump back for a quick edit. Golden Gate Hotel. Forgot to do this one, and that's right in front of where I stopped, kind of thing. But the Golden Gate Hotel stood here at one time. Yeah, it would have been scary times on the other side here of where the Grand Hotel and that house that didn't burn. Everything around him sure did. I mean, everything. This side of the road, that side of the road. There's a house right over there that survived. I'm gonna go with, there's two of them over there. They probably weren't wood, like this one over here. But look at this. Just gone. Just gone. Same thing over there. All right, this is interesting. That says Havilah County seat, Kern County, 1866, 1873. Marked by the Kern County parlors. Okay. This is the old Havilah Cemetery, which I wasn't even aware was here. I wonder if it's ever open. Is this a close it after you go in kind of gate? Oh, it is. Oh, we'll be back for this one. I love old cemeteries. Very interesting stuff in old cemeteries. You know why they put fences around cemeteries? Because people are just dying to get in there. I know. Bad joke. That's a bad dad joke. I don't even know if it would classify as a dad joke. Anyway, what we have here is what's left of Mrs. Gunston's something like boarding house, maybe, is what that said. Now, there were some structures here. I remember there being some structures here. Really wish I hadn't turned around that day and would have got all this. I would have had a video of it the day it burned, which sucks. And I don't know why they didn't douse this place with some of that orange retardant. On traffic to stop, we'll never get this done. I wanted to make one last stop here. I'm going back to Lake Isabella now, coming out of Havilah. And if you look at this area right here, you can see this nice large flat area out in front of me here. Disaster Relief, American Red Cross right there, folks, coming in. And a nice big flat area, and then you can see this canyon right over there. All right, that's not the way we get out of here. The way we get out of here from Havilah, we go up over the Lions Trail and up over that mountain up back there in the distance. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because at the end of that canyon right there, so like a 2-mile hike from this road, but you got to get a hold of it up closer down here as we start to go out. Hang on. Or you can start at the top of the mountain, like where this video started. There's a road there you can walk down, and you can walk through that canyon, and where you come out is Hobo Campground and Miracle Hot Springs down on Borel Road. There's a building there that has served many purposes throughout time, from a post office to a ranger station to a little general store. But that's a 2-mile walk, and that's how people used to do from up here. If they didn't come in from that direction, they got out through that direction over there. There's still remnants of a roadway that went through there. Now, when I say road, this is old school. They were out stacking rocks, okay, and making a level spot, but there's still remnants of it as you go through there. There's also minerals up through there. All kinds of different minerals up through there. Anyway, this concludes this video. I know it's a monster. Thank you for your time. I hope you found it enjoyable, educational, maybe a little mind-numbing. All right, peace out.